Hello YouTube, it's what? Monday the 13th of September. Anyway, I don't know where to start, but the week before the bank holiday, now the bank holiday in England was the 30th of August, which was 14 days ago. Now the week before that, at work, so the week commencing the 23rd of August all the way up to the 28th of August, there was a lot of cold around because the temperature in England it plummeted. Summer was no longer, it had become shit. Remember speaking to a member of staff who said to me, "Oh yeah, I've just got my standard obligatory cold I get this time of year when the weather changes." I went, "Oh right," because I get it every year. I said, "Oh okay." Thought no more of it. Went home for the weekend. Had the bank holiday weekend, went out to 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 days in a fucking row, partied, come back to work on the Tuesday to find that the entire management team had gone sick with COVID. So they'd all gone for PCR tests because one of them had a cold. It went on from there. And obviously done lateral flow. So anyway, I thought no more of it. Go to work on Tuesday what day is it? Let's have a look. Tuesday the 31st of August. Got a bit of a sore throat. My glands felt like they were up. That was it. Come home. Mrs. had turned up the next morning. Spent the day with her. Went to work. Come home from work. I had a moment at work where, you know when something's trying it on and you get hot and cold flush for a second. I thought it could be the menopause because I'm in that phase of my life as well. This hot and cold flush, I thought to myself, oh, you never know, do you? Come home, done a ginger shot, took 6,000 IU of vitamin D, carried on with the day. Got up Thursday morning, Mrs. went home, I went to work, feeling fine again. As at work, I got a headache and I felt a bit like, and everyone else was going on about how they felt. So I come home from work that night because I was concerned about my missus maybe getting something. I done a lateral flow, come across negative. Get up Friday morning, go to the gym. Got hot and cold flushes coming on. No temperature, temperature's 36.5. I go to the gym, do a workout, come home. Still don't feel right, go to work. By now what's the date? It's the 3rd of September. Done a lateral flow, negative. Come home from work on the Friday. I don't feel great now. Had a beer. Even fucking got stoned, I think. Went to bed particularly early because I was tired. Woke up Saturday morning to no taste. Literally nothing. No taste, no smell, no nothing. I'm like, God almighty, this has got to be it, innit? Done a lateral flow. Negative. Carry on with the day. The day just consisted of me not going anywhere because I thought, well, if I am sick with this, I don't really want to spread it everywhere. But I needed food. There was loads of things I needed to do, so I didn't go anywhere. The Saturday afternoon, I decided to power walk around the block. I thought, I ain't going to bump into anyone. Power walk around the block, maybe make me sweat. If anything's trying it on, it'll kill it. So I power walk around the block. Come back. This was on the 4th of September. The day was a bit, again, managed to eat, but was getting this sicky feeling. Anyway, my sinuses all hurt, and this pressure here felt like sinusitis. I've had sinusitis before. I actually had sinusitis before this COVID started, which was making me think that it was COVID to start with in January 2018. So, I have an early night on a Saturday, take a shitload of vitamin D, ginger and lemon shots, took a Cyanotab, because I had 2 Cyanotabs left. Got on the Sunday, still felt fucking crap, can't taste anything, can't smell anything. I can feel texture, and texture without a taste is odd. That's all I'm going to say. It's fucking odd, okay? What is that clicking in my kitchen? It's like I've got a ghost or something. So, on the 5th, Sunday the 5th, I take a shitload of other things. I have a conversation with one of my friends. And they went, oh, maybe you should go for a PCR test. I went, well, if I get a positive on a lateral flow, of course I will. I says, but if I've been infected with this, I've had it 6 days, right? I've been at work for 4 of those days. It's not come up on a fucking test, right? And my place of work, if you do a lateral flow and it comes out positive, they don't send you home and send you for a real test and tell you to isolate until you get the test result back. No, they tell you to carry on working. So come to work, spread it for 2 more days, and if you get a positive, go off sick. This is what's happened. Because staff are taking the piss, right? So there's a procedure. So I said to one of my friends on the Sunday, I said, well, what I'll do is if I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll do a lateral flow. If it comes back positive, I'll just go sick for the rest of the week with sinusitis, because then that 9 days there, the 5 days in the back and the holidays, that weekend on either end of the week, plus the 4 or 5 days from last week where I've been sick, would make up 13 to 14 days isolation. So I get up the Monday morning, done a lateral flow, negative. I'm like, fuck's sake. So I thought to myself, well, if I go for a fucking, not a lateral flow, lateral flow, if I go for a PCR test, I'm going to be in jail for another 2 weeks and I just can't be dealing with it. So I've gone to Sainsbury's first thing in the morning because there's no one in there, okay? I used the scan yourself anyway. Thought, I'll go when there's no one about. Done my shopping, come home, went to work. A couple of people at work had said to me, oh, maybe you should go for a PCR test. And I'm like, no. You know, you've all done lateral flow tests. You're all displaying similar symptoms to me, and not one of you've gone for a PCR test. Why the fuck should I? Someone said, oh, because you could have COVID. I said, yeah, so could you. And that's when I actually said, oh, but you're vaccinated, so what does it matter? Because I was just getting pissed off. Anyway, that was Monday the... Where are we? Monday the 6th of September. So I then proceeded to be at work the entire week. It felt a bit strange here and there. By the Thursday, I felt right as rain. I'd done a bit of exercise at home. Hadn't been out to the gym or done anything. I'd just done exercise at home, but I'd been to work. On the Friday, I went to the gym and done a full workout. Felt fine. Just a little bit sort of like weak because I hadn't been hard at it for the last week. Mrs. phoned me on the Saturday morning because she was going to come up, and it just happened to be a warm day because England warmed back up. This was on this weekend just gone, so that would have been the 11th of September. She said, oh, the sun's out. I went, well, is there things you've got to do in the garden? She goes, yeah, there is. So you've got some cementing to do. I said, well, why don't you do that and stay away to be safe? Because although I'm not contagious now if I've had it, the flat needs a clean. She's like, okay. So she stayed away. So I eventually went and visited one of my friends on the Saturday, and I didn't hug her. I just kept my distance from her and just, felt okay. I cycled there, cycled home. My taste started coming back Thursday last week. My sense of smell has just started to come back today. Okay. Now, it wasn't until I started speaking to other people in the office, because a lot of people have been off sick with it, that I realised I've probably had it. Now, what's fucking strange, and this is just an observation, so this isn't a dig at anyone, this isn't, I'm not having a go, it's just a fucking observation. Everyone at my place of work who has been unvaccinated did not suffer anywhere near the amount that the vaccinated people did. I was not in bed. I didn't want to go out for 2 days. I was sort of like, oh. I wasn't incapable of cooking. I wasn't incapable of doing anything for myself. I could still function. Didn't need anyone else helping me because I live on my fucking own. I carried on functioning. Right? Now, I'm vegan. I'm not overweight at all. You can see I'm not overweight. Stand up, look. Not overweight. Particularly. Yeah, right, so... I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm not a pill popper for anything to do. So here I am. So one of my other vegans friends, he was sick, said it was like just a mild cold. I'd say it's a little bit more than a mild cold, but literally a couple of days of feeling a bit shit. Now, all these other people have been vaccinated. One's still off and very ill. People have come back, can't breathe. hell is going on? Can't breathe. One member of staff lost a stone in weight because they couldn't eat. You know, I look at the people who unfortunately took the vaccine and maybe don't take as much care about their health, and it is affecting them. So the only thing I can say to anyone out there who hasn't had COVID and is worried about it, if you're not overweight, your diet's healthy, you have got the right minerals, vitamins and whatever levels in your system, your vitamin D levels are right, and you don't give up, just continue. Push yourself. You know, when you get hot and cold flushes, you don't just give up. That's your immune system warming your body up to try and kill something off. But yeah, it's people. The moment I say that people who are unvaccinated are not suffering so much, I get attacked on every social media platform going. There's a guy at work who was dating a lady who happened to be a COVID nurse, right? And she said, just as on a conversation with him, 96% of the people in the COVID ward are vaccinated. Well, I just said that like that as just a statement on a BBC page. Fucking hell, you would have thought I said that like Hitler's invaded England or something. Honestly, the amount of abuse I got. Where's your statistics? Where's the proof? Oh right, so what, the nurse is going to walk in and take pictures of people's medical records just to appease you? It's an observation she made one weekend. Seriously, what, can't people observe things now? Oh, but the scientists are all wrong. Scientists are sometimes wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying their information ain't right, but use your fucking common sense as well. Use observation. These people do make mistakes sometimes, and you have to kind of turn around and go, actually, maybe you're wrong today. Maybe I know my own health. Maybe I know my own immune system. You know, my girlfriend had cancer. And all the way through it, I had to say to the surgeon, should we use this holistic medicine? Should we use this? And she was like, yes, yes, yes. She couldn't suggest it. And the reason why she couldn't suggest it is Parliamentary Acts and statutes prevent her from offering any kind of medicines that have not been proved, because then you get people like witch doctors selling fucking drugs and selling things that don't actually work for diseases. So you have to have some form of protection. But at the same time, this stops the actual doctors caring with things that we know work. You know, like milk thistle is a good fucking liver detox. I gave Laura milk thistle during chemo. It took the line off her liver that turned up. She didn't get one mouth ulcer. And the doctors kept going, why has she got no mouth ulcers? You always get a mouth ulcer with chemo. I said, because she used collard silver in her mouth. They were like, oh, I never thought of that. That's a good idea. You know, when we flew to Barbados, Laura takes this drug called tamoxifen, and it can thicken up your blood. And when she went back for surgery, they said to her, 1 month before her surgery was due, do not take this drug for a month before, it could complicate things on the operating table. So when we went to fly to Barbados, because it's a drug that thickens your fucking and could cause blood clots, I said to the surgeon, I said, we're flying to Barbados for 8.5 hours. I said, deep vein thrombosis could occur in Laura because of tamoxifen. Do you advise her to take it? And the surgeon went, actually, a week to 2 weeks on the run-up before you fly, don't take tamoxifen. Don't take it until you come back from holiday. Now, if I had to mention that, they wouldn't have said anything. It's like when my mum passed out on a fucking aeroplane over and over again. She's on beta blockers. I'm like, Mum, you're in a pressurised cabin. You're taking something that suppresses your heartbeat. No wonder you're fucking passing out. It can't fucking pump under pressure. And, I looked it up, and guess what? That does happen, and the doctor did agree. And it's like, what the fuck, man? And that's just me asking questions and using fucking common sense, but it seems that no one's allowed to do that anymore because it's COVID. So, if I say anything to you, just use your fucking... I don't care if you've been vaccinated or not. You do what you need to do. But stop judging people who haven't. If you're that scared, don't fucking go out. It just does my head in, you know? We all know our own health. We all know our own body, and I'm quite capable of taking that. It's like a friend said to me, well, you might not agree, but I think that, you know, if someone's unvaccinated and they get put in hospital with COVID, they should pay for their medical, pay their medical charges. I said 100% agree. I said, so should fat people who have fucking heart attacks, if you want to go down them lines. Take responsibility for your own fucking actions. That's basically all it is. Peace, love and light.